Hi folks, how are you all? Hope you're all okay. So it is Monday evening. It is very late for me to do a video. I normally do my videos first thing in the morning. It is 13th of August and it's 1847 hours, sorry. So I thought I'll do a quick video because I've waiting for a television programme to start, and I've just thought that I haven't done an update yet of the Warrior for the Bosnia build. So I thought I'll just run off one off quickly because I've had the last couple of days of having an hour, no longer than that really, at the bench. My mojo's sort of really struggling really. 1 minute it's okay, next minute it's not. So I just can't seem to get like a good, morning period or afternoon period in at all. So, but anyway, so this is the kit I'm building. It's the 135th Academy Warrior MCV. It's actually an Iraq version, 2003, but I've left the instructions downstairs. You can do a Bosnia version. So that's the pardon me, sorry, excuse me. That's the version I'm going to be going for. So, yeah, it's going to be going alongside the BMP. So hopefully soon it'll be done. As you'll be able to see in a minute, it is really come along quite quickly. I'm going to point out a few pain in the asses and issues and that. It's one of the older Warrior kits. The number, if you want it, is 13201. That's 13201. And I think it was probably released around in 2010, something like that, I think. Possibly. Just try and have a look if there's anything anywhere that says. Oh, that was a good guess, 2010. Right, so that's the kit. So, where are we at the minute with it? Right, so we've got the lower hull done, and we've also got some of the turret done. I've got a metal barrel for it, which was the RB barrels barrel, which the number for that, if you are going to do this kit, is 35B37. I definitely recommend getting it because the kit barrel it's okay, but down here on the suppression part of the barrel, down the bottom here, there's a nice big gap either side of the barrel, which is actually how it should be. And on the kit one, you've got this part on the barrel, but it's sort of full down the side, so you can't really. It's not particularly the greatest. So I got one of that. Apart from that, I'm just going to be using metal tow cables, which is just my usual go-to fuse wire or picture wire. They go on the front, so that's those done. I've just done them this afternoon. I think I might have to redo them though, because I've stuck one part of the tow cable hook one way up and the other way, like a plonker. And I've just constructed the rear tow the rear basket of the turret. Now Academy give you some of this mesh to do the basket with. Now I cut it to size. I did everything else that it says in the instructions. Perfect. Got the super glue ready and all sorts, and it just kept coming up. It wouldn't bend and manipulate to shape and all that type of thing. It was just an absolute nightmare. So I decided to rip it up because it looked crap. I was going to go with the idea of it's just the the baskets, you know, being worn and battered slightly, you know, with the use of putting items in it and that. But the majority of things that used to go into a rear basket of the Warrior was really a camo net. I mean, okay, they are fairly heavy and that, and you know, it would knock it about slightly, but not that much. As these sort of spikes on the Warrior, if any of you are sort of wondering here, you've got some on that side, and then you've got quite a few. You've got some on the lights here, if you can see that there, and then you've got some on there, and then of course down the sides here. Now, a friend of mine very funnily said, which in a way I can see what he means, around Stoke, in the town centres, as I suppose you have with any town centre you're in England, we have a lot of problem with pigeons and stuff like that, and they're classed as vermin around in England. Well, I suppose they are anyway, I don't know. So on a lot of our buildings in Hanley and the town centres and stuff like that, we have like spikes and that to stop the pigeons landing on lights and that type of thing. They don't get obviously splattered and stuck to the spikes, you know, they're bendable, but it just shocks them and they fly off. So he said, are they those? And of course, obviously they're not. No, what they're actually for are they are actual sort of slots where they slide more posts into for the camouflage netting to go over, and that's so it can sort of make a good camouflage base, but also, you know, it's quite a good area you can have for, you can set up a bit of a command post, and that it's that's what it's for really. Issues with this kit, let's have a quick look. So yeah, that's one massive issue really with the kit. It really did annoy me and anger me at the end. I managed to fix it onto the side basket, but again, it's not great. And there is a actual armour plating that goes down there, so that should hopefully cover it up slightly. Any issues with the lower hull? No, there's no real issues with the lower hull. It's fairly easy to put together. Arms and that go just slide into place. You do have to sort of make sure they're all lined up, especially if you're going to be adding it to a dyno that you want to take to a show, because one of the main issues that judges do look for is are the bogies and the suspension arms level or match the type of ground, the level of ground that it's on, your dio's on. So that's a good little tip for you if you do go to a show, you know, and you're taking armour with you. So that's one. The hatches all pose open, which is great, apart from there's no interior, as you can see, which is a shame. There is an interior available in resin, but it's about 50 to 60 quid. In some places it's more, so that's a bit of a shame. But with Tacom coming out with the, you know, the 433s, is it, and a couple of other more British Army, I'm hoping that they may come out with a Warrior soon that's got an interior, which would be nice, definitely. And I know Menga just bringing out a Husky that I found out, funnily enough, this morning. So that's quite good to know. So perhaps they might be venturing a little bit into British Army, because let's admit we do need more British armour on the market, especially modern day stuff, really. So yeah, they pose open, but I've done it like that because I couldn't make my mind up whether I was going to leave them open with a soldier popping out or not, but I'm going to actually leave them closed now. But I shan't stick them down properly, but I may stick the odd bit of stowage on. I'm not sure yet. There's the lights. Oh, the lights. They give you they tell you to stick the bulbs and that into place first. So you stick them into place, and then they tell you to put the frames around them after. And there's like holes in the fuselage, in the upper hull, ready for you to put them in. They don't fit, so I've had to cut them off and sort of rearrange them and sort of fix them into place so they fit. The instructions aren't that clear. They show you sort of from a distance, so you can't tell where the camouflage netting poles go on top of the lights. You struggle there to sort of see there. The tool rack here is a little bit funny and awkward. There are seam, what they call now, molds, plastic molds. Where there's all the circles where they've been molded into in the factory and that, all over the place. So you have to, get them off and scrape them. Some of them are in the most ridiculous places ever. So when you come to stick the part to the kit, to build the kit, it's in the most seeable place. It's ridiculous. Classic example. This was the part I found them. The scopes on the turret here, if you can see, I don't know, but you'll perhaps see they are scraped, because in each single window there's a circle, and I've had to scrape it off with my knife. But of course, the knife, you've got to be careful of getting it in, or else you'll take the sides of the scopes off, so it just damages the part completely. That's quite fiddly. The fit issue here, where the gun mantlet goes in, that's quite a bit fiddly too. And also the instructions aren't particularly clear of which way to stick the smoke grenade dischargers and that. So I've had to use Vallejo plastic putty onto that. Kept sanding it. I gave it nearly over 24 hours to dry. Sanded it, and then I've just added a bit of primer over the top just to see with a brush, just to see if it looks okay. It's not perfect, but it'll do. The kit barrel is fantastic. The barrel is fantastic. The metal barrel is great. The hatches on the back of here, the connection points, the hinges, they're sort of slanted. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but they're sort of slanted. And then the op scopes here won't, because of the way they fit. You have to really push the flaps up, and then of course if you want them shut properly, they won't close all that well. And then of course some will open and some won't. I think I may have stuck that down by mistake. Yeah, I have, but I can open that again later. That's not a problem. I'll do that before I stick it down properly. So that's that. The aerial connections here, I've sort of drilled out before I've attached it to the turret. But apart from that, I mean, they are sort of issues, but the sort of minor issues. The only big issue really is just the scopes here having the injector pin marks. That's what I was trying to think of the word, and it was they're just so annoying to get off, and it was just really bad. So, but apart from that, everywhere else it's a beautiful kit. It really is. It's not a bad kit at all. It shows its age, but who doesn't show their age? Glenn, Hallidan, Greg, Riley, just to name a few. Joseph Bentley. Anyway, before I get thrown out. So yeah, that's about where we're at the minute with the Warrior. Anything else to show or tell? So this will be update 1. By the next time it comes to update 2, obviously it'll probably be built. The tracks on it are rubber band tracks. I've noticed there's a couple of issues with these tracks. Again, nothing that's terrible. It can all be covered up. There's the odd sort of seam mark on the pads, the track pads. But other than that, which you can just scrub off anyway, because I do tend to scuff my pads up so they look worn anyway. They are lovely tracks, and they feel nice as well. They feel like a nice rubber. They feel a decent quality. They're not particularly awful. so that's not too bad. The kit markings, I shall use a couple of the kit markings, but mainly I shall be using this set. I'm just going to add the odd couple of decals from this set on. I'm going to be going with the white call out on the tank, so I shan't be using the I4 signs. I shall be doing my own UN markings, but I shall just use a stencil that I've got and just sort of paint them on myself. But apart from that, the rest of them I shall be using. I've asked Greg to do me one decal, which he's hopefully going to send me, that I'm going to stick on, which will be a dedication to Joe's good wife Alison. I'm going to call the tank Ali. Just as though it's the crew have named it or something, because Joe very kindly got me the kit. And apart from that, that's it really. I think I'm just trying to think of anything else that needs saying. Oh yeah, there's a bit of filler that was needed on the connection points here that I said to you about, but they'll get shaved, sanded, sorry, and then added. All the wheels are done. The sort of drive the drive wheel is the idler, sorry, I can't remember the words, it's all gone out. I've need to clean the nibs off quite a few of them still. I just put them together fairly quickly. I've left a few bits off for painting, so the side mirrors on the tank, they're all put together, but they shall go on the sides, and I'm thinking about using a bit of tin foil perhaps for the mirror parts for a change instead of silver paint, but they are on there. There's also some guards that go for on the front of the lighting, but I've left that off because they sort of stand a little bit forward of the rest of the light protection, light frame. So I've left them off so I can get to the bulbs and that, and put the silver on the headlights and the indicators and that. And I've also left the spades off that sort of go here on the bracket. I just didn't think they looked right at all, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint them up and then add them somewhere else onto the tank, or possibly into the stowage basket. I'm not too sure yet. But apart from that, everything's done near enough. Just got to finish off the turret. So the next time that I do a video, guys, will be probably all done up, ready for paint. But again, like I said, the mojo's not very strong at the minute, so it'll just be whenever. I'm desperately trying to get it done because I want to be in time to enjoy Martin Lamont's group build, the Bomber Command group build, which is my next build will be a wingy thing. And it's going to be the Tamiya 1/48 scale Lancaster bomber. I've got both of them in 1/48 scale that Tamiya did, but I'm not going with the Dam Busters one because I love the Lancaster version. It's got the upper fuselage, in the middle of the upper fuselage gun turret. I just love that version, whereas the Dam Busters one didn't have that, so that's the reason I'm doing that. Anyway, guys, that's about it really. Just say hello to Lars and Ingeborg and Leni over in Denmark. Hello, guys. Hope you're all well and doing okay, Lars. Hope you're building and your back's leaving off you. That's about it really. For everything else, hope you're all well. Hope you all stay safe, and may the force be with you guys. Bye.